Hi, my name is Mark Ivers, and I want to thank you for attending this presentation of Millennial Homes. Over the next 15 minutes, I look forward to convincing you of the excellent investment opportunity that lies in front of you. See, I've been in the Houston area now for several years, running a small consulting firm coordinating commissioning. And during that time, I got to witness firsthand the impacts that fallen oil prices have had on the Houston real estate market. And my neighbor across the street was forced to sell his home after receiving a notification of layoff. And when his house finally did sell, I pulled some of that sales data out of curiosity. And what I found shocked me. His house sold for significantly less than I thought it was worth. So I called a real estate expert, a friend of mine, Shane, and asked him for his input. And he performed his analysis and agreed that that house sold for about 12% under market value. I knew my neighbor, and he was a very smart person. Not somebody that even under financial duress would take a 12% haircut on such a large asset. Furthermore, if that house was really that undervalued, I would have expected more foot traffic. I would have expected that house to sell faster. I knew something just wasn't right, so I did some more investigation. And when I saw the pictures of the home and the advertisement campaign, it clicked. There was something off. The pictures portrayed a house that was cold and chaotic. Now, I've been in that house, and that house was a very nice home. It's one that anybody who bought it would have been proud to be in. But those pictures were capturing a moment in my neighbor's life. So you see, after 10 years having stable employment with the same company, his life was turned upside down. He was forced to scramble for a new job. He had to tell his kids that they weren't going to attend that same school next year, that the friends that they've made over the years, they may not be able to see again. He was going to have to pull up roots in that community and move to the next location that would offer him employment. See, that chaos was encapsulated in those pictures. And at that time, my neighbor wasn't worried about what his pictures of his home looked like on the internet. What he was worried about was holding his family together. However, the buyers did not see that same thing. They saw that chaos, they saw that coldness, and they clicked right to the next home. And with all that value being left on the table, I knew there was something that had to be done. And I believe that answer is in Millennial Homes. And I want to share that idea with you right now. The Millennial Homes is a new dimension to real estate. It's a whole new way to market real estate. Marketed in the 21st century, it's been altered beyond recognition. It's more social, it's more mobile, it's more interconnected than it's ever been before. With the exception of sites like Zillow, real estate has really failed to adapt to these changes. We still market real estate much the same way as we did 30 years ago. We call the local agent, who happens to be an expert, but an amateur photographer who comes over, snaps some pictures for us, gathers some local data, all of which could have been found on the internet, takes this, posts it to the web, disseminates it through MLS, and we all sit back. We hope that that marketing was just enough to stand out so that somebody else comes along, clicks on the advertisement, sees it, interested, and puts in an offer. And what we're finding more and more is that as the sellers are being outstripped by the number of potential buyers, they're resorting to more and more tactics that are costly yet provide little to no value. Such tactics as hiring a professional photographer, bringing in professional home stagers. They might even go out and hire a contractor to redo some of that countertops, put in granite maybe, or lay new tile, repaint the house, to try to modernize it, to catch the attention of the prospective buyers. But most of this adds very little to the buyers because they may not like the color countertop. They may not like the color that you chose for paint. Now the buyer has a unique problem on their own. So after a full day's work, they're tired. They hop into a car with their real estate agent and track down 8 to 10 homes. And each home presents a unique problem in itself. Some might be cluttered. Some might be bare and empty. Others might be staged so perfectly that it's hard to imagine your own furniture in it. Right? In each of these scenarios, right, you want to envision what you will look like, what your house, that house will look like as your own, right? And we all know, if we've moved before, that this frustration and this confusion is going to lead to mistakes. And what's going to wind up inevitably happening is that little corner niche that you thought your grandmother's heirloom would fit so perfectly in, just not going to fit anymore. And the colors of that house that you thought were so perfect for you aren't going to match your furniture. And so you spend extra money trying to put down new flooring and repaint and expenses that you weren't prepared to incur. And this is what Millennial Homes is doing. We're going to use computer-aided design, virtual reality, in conjunction with augmented reality to help you visualize the home before it's purchased. Now, when you are looking at homes, you can swipe from the gallery your grandmother's heirloom and drop it into that niche and see if it fits. And maybe it doesn't. And so with a swipe of a hand, you repaint that room, and another swipe, you tile it, and that will help produce estimates to help understand how much this house changes is going to cost. Now, by now, I think you see the superior value we're able to deliver our potential customers. What I want to do is shift gears a bit and talk about the value that we can provide our investors. If you look at that packet in front of you in the appendix, you'll see that year 5 earnings are projected to be $380,000. With a conservative price to earnings ratio of 14.5, this yields a corporate valuation of $5.3 million. Now, round one investors, who in exchange for $400,000 will receive a 50% stake in the company, will enjoy an internal rate of return of 188% year over year. They'll enjoy a return on invested capital of approximately 588%. And these funds are going to be used to help us get our message out into the Houston market. And this is going to be done through advertisement and through hiring more sales staff. Round two investors will enjoy a 57% year over year return, as well as a 130% return on invested capital. Now, round two investors are being asked for $600,000 for a 25% stake at year 2. And their funds are going to be used to help create a web platform, as well as enter the top 10 most populous cities across the United States. Now, such superior financial returns do not occur by accident. Rather, they are the product of a well thought out strategy combined with a highly focused yet agile leadership team. Now, over the past 9 months, our leadership team has collected an enormous amount of data through hypothesis testing. And this testing has yielded valuable insight into our target market. We now know that millennials are not being engaged on their own turf when it comes to real estate. We've known for a while that their purchasing habits are different than any other generation that has preceded them. If they want to eat at a restaurant, they use OpenTable or Yelp. If they want to hail a cab, it's Uber. If they want a hotel room, Airbnb. If they want to buy an everyday household item, Amazon.com. You see, millennials use technology to help them make purchases. And this is the niche market that Millennial Homes is looking to fill. We want to be the bridge between millennials and real estate. And we're going to build that bridge with a technologically savvy leadership team that I want to introduce to you right now. We got Arvan, who, while in his dorm room at Cal Poly studying computer programming, launched Arvixi, a web hosting platform. And prior to selling Arvixi, Inc. magazine in 2013 called Arvan out as being one of the top 30 under 30. We're fortunate to have Arvan joining our team as the Chief Information Officer. Likewise, we're very lucky and fortunate to have local Estonian tech aficionado and real estate expert Shane Stone joining us as a Vice President of Marketing and Sales. You see, while a lot of the Houston real estate prices were under pressure and falling, Shane was able to identify the areas and pockets of Houston that would actually increase in value during this time. And he successfully predicted those areas. I also have Eric Ivers, Chief Architect and Lead Designer for Horde Architecture. Very brilliant and gifted architect. He'll be joining our team as the Vice President of Design. And finally, myself, a graduate of New School University's Human Resource Management program, hopeful graduate of WSU's MBA program. And I'll be using my educational background combined with business acumen and past experiences to help focus the energy of this team and lead it through the startup phase. Now, the market, the environment right now is very beneficial for Millennial Homes. See, millennials at 83.1 million individuals are the largest generation in United States history, and they account for about 27% of the U.S. population. Now, this target market is reaching an age of which they're buying first-time homes. And Allstate, a leading insurance company, has calculated that 15% of Houston's population is between the ages of 25 and 34 years of age. And according to downtownhouston.org, a venture of private and government organizations in Houston, the downtown districts are expected to triple in population within the next few years. Now, this population boom is being fueled by people that meet our target demographic. And these people, our product users, is somebody I want to introduce to you right now. And that's going to be Christian and Ashley. Okay. They're 26 years of age. They've been living in a small apartment about 5 bus stops from the museum district in downtown Houston. Both Christian and Ashley enjoy careers that are not necessarily tied to their 4-year degree. However, these careers do provide them with an income of approximately $76,000, of which they're hoping to use to purchase a home. Christian and Ashley maintain a gym membership, and while they're at the gym exercising, they're streaming music via their smartphones. Now, although they're early adopters of technology, they're part of the 3 in 4 users who do not pay for premium music services. Now, this is important for Millennial Homes because as part of our advertising campaign, we'll be using Spotify and Pandora to reach our target market. Now, on weekends, Ashley and Christian will visit the farmers market, local art galleries, and museums. Now, the farmers market is especially important to us because it provides us with an economical platform to educate our target market. See, one of our strategic risks that we're facing is the risk of diffusion. The inability for us to get our product to the sufficient portion of the market in a timely manner. Now, I want to instill in you the confidence and capability our team has at overcoming this challenge. See, to mitigate product risk, our team will specifically focus on increasing product diffusion into the market. And we're going to do this. Besides just working at the farmers market, we're going to be working with local realtors and using an Uber-like franchise model to help increase the triability and observability of our product. Another advantage to working with local agents is that we can mitigate the diffusion risk associated with complexity. This is going to be done by providing training one-on-one with these early adopters. Finally, by publicizing the relative advantages and compatibility of virtual reality in regards to meeting the needs of home stagers, which are our leading competition, we'll be able to further reduce the risk of diffusion. Now let's talk about these home stagers. The current method for increasing market effectiveness is the use of professional stagers and photographers, and these fees range from $100 to well into thousands. And this is especially true when home stagers are used. Now, the National Association for Realtors has shown in 2015 that the median cost to stage a home was $675. And another expert from the National Association for Realtors stated that home staging, which used to be optional, is now a necessity in selling a home. See, home sellers need that edge to gain the attention of prospective buyers. Now, we realize that $675 is a median cap for our product. We also know from testing that Millennial Homes is able to provide the services of virtual reality for much less than $675, which allows us to enjoy a significant and comfortable profit margin. So this leads me into our final slide. By now I'm convinced that you see the excellent investment opportunity that lies in front of you. Our 9 months of research has helped us identify and uncover many obstacles that would negatively impact many new businesses. The obstacles that do remain have had mitigation plans created by our capable leadership team. Our research has helped us identify relevant value propositions which have been tailored to the millennials, a target market to which we have successfully identified channels for and thoroughly understand. A value proposition that is superior to our competition in both performance and pricing. And with all this in mind, I would like you to carefully consider the proposal in front of you. I thank you for your time and look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.